This is not a typical duel.
This dual meet is going to be different.
February 12th, we're going to do something that has never been done.
February 12th, Iowa versus Oklahoma State in the Texas Rangers baseball stadium.
This bout at the ballpark, that's the real deal, guys. You're going to the real deal.
It's going to be a huge crowd. It's going to be loud. Brighter lights, bigger stage, more on the line.
I personally love being in the big moments.
It is one of the most intense collegiate rivalries among all sports.
You got to be ready for anything. You got to be ready for a war. There's always something extra there.
This is chaos when you see these two teams wrestle.
It's loud, it's rowdy, and it's the best environment in all of college wrestling.
It gets heated because we care.
Is this personal? Yeah, you sure it is. I can't wait. That's what you live for.
Well, better report that one.
Three, go in there, go. 1, 2, 3. I don't want you guys. I want to separate you guys. 1, Dobbs, 2, Kate. Let's go. 3.
History and tradition of Oklahoma State. Obviously, we're the winningest program in all of college sports, and so there's high expectations here.
There's so many Olympic medals and national champions and All-Americans that come out of this program. It's kind of against the law if you don't do something great here.
You know, we expect a lot of ourselves. Every time we go to a duel, we go to a tournament, you know, you see that orange singlet, you know who's on the mat.
Oklahoma State wrestling fans are best in the country. I love them.
They're dedicated. It doesn't matter what it is, the fans will be there regardless.
Our biggest event each and every year is the Iowa Dual Meet. For that reason, it's not just about the teams, it also is about the fans. People reach out from all over the world to watch this event. And, you know, a dual meet win, I think in this school, it's a big event.
G Feller, go weigh. I want to know what you weigh.
You know, when you look at the dynamics of how big this dual meet is, you got to look at the dynamics of coaches.
Terry, keep it clean. Terry Brands, keep it clean.
To say that this rivalry has no personal aspect to it is foolish. I mean, think about it. Tom Brands and John Smith, they competed as wrestlers back in the 90s. So yeah, this is a bit personal.
When I think of Oklahoma State, I think of an ass whooping that I got by John Smith in 1991 when he beat me 14-4 in a freestyle match. And John Smith was the epitome of Oklahoma State.
John Smith is Oklahoma State wrestling. Tom Brands is Iowa wrestling. This is as personal as it gets at an NCAA level.
Both these coaching staffs have a fierce competitive streak inside themselves, and they want to win in the worst way when they step on the mat against each other.
It's hard because there's respect there, but there's not a friendship like we're gonna go shoot pheasants together. Smith! Hey, that's a head table error!
It's intense during the dual meet. When we start wrestling, there's no friendship there.
Shame! Shame!
This gets as heated in the corners as it does in the center of the mat.
There's been a lot of times we verbally are talking and saying some things that probably shouldn't be heard.
You know you're losing! Hey! The relationship with John Smith, it doesn't really change during a dual meet, but it's business.
Let me tell you something, it's real. You know, I'd like to get a hold of one of them, you know, every now and then, wring their neck.
For my team, I do what's absolutely necessary, not apologizing for something that might look out of place. And I know that John Smith is the same way. Wrestling at the University of Iowa means tradition. There is a duty to be at a high level in the sport of wrestling here.
There's states that you always line up with certain sports. So you have Indiana for basketball, there's Alabama for football. In Iowa, it's a wrestling state.
The history of Iowa wrestling is not just being tough, but bullying them in the sport of wrestling.
I came to Iowa because it's the best place in the world for wrestling. There's nowhere that has more guys looking for that national championship.
I think the tradition of Iowa wrestling is excellence. And so every time you wear that black and gold, you're going on the mat and you're gonna go win and dominate. Why wouldn't you wanna come wrestle for a team like that, you know? Iowa wrestling fans are awesome, they're loud, they're crazy, they're tough on you, and they demand my best.
There is an extrinsic motivation there that our fans enhance.
Hey, keep us in line.
It's always a big deal when the Hawkeyes wrestle the Cowboys, but this year it feels like it's got a little bit more gravity to it.
That's the dual meet that we all look forward to. We want to win that one more than any other one on their schedule, that's for sure.
There's always something more you want to prove. It's Oklahoma State and Iowa. Like, this is it.
We don't like Iowa. They're brutal. It's really a relentless matchup. If you're not your best that day, you're not going to win.
We've gotten the best of them the past couple of times, and we're going to keep it like that.
We're going to be ready to go, but I know they're not just going to lay down for us, so expect it to be fireworks and pretty fun dual meet to watch.
Trophies of the right color matter to both programs. And so the bout at the ballpark, that looms large because in a way they're calling us out.
I think it's to prove who the boss is, right? So who's the champ?
Bro, this is what we live for. This is why we worked when we didn't feel like working. This is why, for this moment right here.
I just say we need to embrace this scenario and might be wrestling one of the greatest teams ever, right? Why not beat them?
I hope you guys are watching February 12th because you're going to see two of the best teams in the country go at it, and we're going to put on a show for those fans.
I want to see the best duel that we've seen in years. And I think that these two teams have the ability to deliver just that.
I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I can't freaking wait for February 12th to see it all go down in Arlington, Texas, right here, live on FloWrestling.